Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makar Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. This will serve as a very, very brief video that's going to be based upon this clip that you see here on the screen. Now, I came across this clip a few days ago, and it's taken from a cartoon. I'm not sure, what the cartoon is called or how long ago, this particular cartoon was aired on the TV, or if it's still being aired on the TV. But, I'll find that out, later on. But what I really want to just highlight in this clip is how, the wicked, they put their agenda, they put their motives, they put the things that they're already doing, into cartoons. All right, they pull it into cartoons, they pull it into movies, they pull it into TV commercials, so on and so forth. And they've always been doing this, okay? They've always been doing this. And this is part of the witchcraft of Esau Edom. This is, predictive programming, okay? They put all of these things out there, for you to see. But those that are simple, all right, are not going to see or accept these things, all right? You just think that, things are pure coincidence, or, it's just entertainment. What you got to understand is, the things that Esau puts out there, all right, the vast majority of the time, all right, there's a message behind it, and there's a reason, why it's being done and why it's being shown, in a particular way or fashion, okay? And that's why the scriptures say, be not ignorant of anything small or great, roughly paraphrasing, okay? Now I'm going to play this clip, and then we're going to briefly get into, a few scriptures, and then we'll close out.
So I wonder what was up with that strange radio tower thing being strapped to the yacht.
Well, Ricky says it's so they can broadcast the concert live.
I don't buy it. Since when do you need guards to watch a satellite dish?
This is definitely the creepiest recording studio I've ever seen.
That was great, Ricky.
Yeah, it was totally excellent.
Now, why don't we lay down the lyrics?
I'm Ricky and I'm your master. Follow me as I spread disaster. Take over the government, do as I say. I'll rule the world and you'll obey? Phil, I sort of didn't intend for the new song to be so aggressive. What happened to the lyrics I wrote?
Ricky, trust me, I know what I'm doing. These new lyrics will give your song that hip, edgy feel the kids are so wild about these days.
Okay, I'd say those definitely fall under the special lyrics category.
All the lyrics Ricky sings are special.
Maybe we should...
We want to know what you think of this new song.
They're going into, the music industry, how it's controlled. And you also had that video many years ago, from time to time, the apostles and particular elders mention it regarding John Todd. And I remember watching that video, back in the day on YouTube regarding John Todd, who he was an insider, and he would actually go into, the way that the music industry is controlled and how, witchcraft is at the helm of it. We also went into the information, Salakia, of how, before an album is released, they would have, particular witches and people on the left-hand side to pray over that album, to make it successful and to make sure that, the vibration that they're trying to push in, destroying, the minds of the people and whoever the audience is or that particular album, all right, is actually successful, all right? He was going into all that information, and that's what happens, okay? Because the music industry, especially, and the movie industry, the whole entertainment industry as a whole is very satanic and demonic, and there's things that happen, behind the scenes that is really getting exposed, all the time, all right? There's all kinds of information out there that you can read upon. There's all, types of YouTube videos and, testimonies, so on and so forth, regarding people's experiences in the music industry, you know, sacrifices and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, this is nothing new, all right? And these things have been happening for a very long time. All right, let's get back to the clip.
I'll follow you as you spread disaster. Take over the government, do as you say. You'll rule the world and I'll obey. You're dismissed. You're Ricky and you're my master. I'll follow you as you spread disaster.
Did you see that? It's like Ricky's song hypnotized that guy or something.
The frequency they were talking about must be some kind of...
This is actually, you know, what Esau has done, you know, with Jake and so-called, you know, black culture. And, you know, hip-hop, you know, that demonic vibration of this new hip-hop that you have that just promotes death and promote, you know, Jake killing Jake, you know, Jake selling, you know, drugs, you know, cocaine, crack, wherever it might be, you know, selling crack, you know, to your own people and destroying your own people in your neighborhoods, okay? That's witchcraft, man, all right? And that's what Esau pushes. Esau pushes witchcraft. As long as you're down, you know, with pushing that negative and demonic vibration, Esau will put money into you and your cause. All right, as long as you represent what he wants you to represent, which is always going to be murder, killing, witchcraft, and just death in general. All right, and that's why you have, you know, Jake killing each other, Jake gunning each other down, Jake always making diss tracks towards Jake. Why don't you make diss tracks towards Esau Edom? Okay, for what he's done to you, you know, for so long. All right, why don't they ever, you know, target Edomites, man? Okay, why is it always their own people? Because that's part of the curses, first and foremost, and that's part of the witchcraft that Esau Edom has put upon our people. But it all goes back to the curses. That's why the scriptures say that I shall be evil against thy brother. Okay, it all goes back to the curses. All right, but Esau has been used, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shim Yahushai on the left-hand side to play these things out upon the face of the earth. But he will pay.
Subliminal mind control device. That would explain why Clover's been acting so crazy. Huh? Think about it. Ricky's first song, Rock Legend...
Yeah, because music is very vibrational, man. All right, music is vibrational and it's very influential. All right, and Esau knows that, and that's why they use music to push a lot of their, you know, a lot of their agendas. Okay, if they want to push a particular message of adultery, and that's always been big in music, you know, the pushing of adultery, you know, taking another man's woman and being made to look cool because of it, you know, being glorified and, you know, receiving kudos, you know, for taking another man's woman. All right, that's wicked and that's abominable. But in this world, you know, you're looked at like, you know, you have some sort of superhuman powers if you're able to take another man's wife. And that's been pushed by Esau Edom, man. Okay, he pushes that. All right, and he's been pushing it, you know, he's pushing it in soul, he's pushing it in funk, and now, you know, he's pushing it in hip-hop, pop music. All right, they've been pushing adultery for the longest time.
It's about rock star worship, and what does it do? It hypnotizes listeners into worshiping him. They do whatever the lyrics tell them to. So
that's what these, you know, these celebrities are, man. You know, these rappers, you know, they're all idols, you know, because they're all worshipped by the people. All right, people will literally tattoo, you know, Drake. They'll tattoo, you know, Kanye West, Jay-Z, so on and so forth. All of these current dudes, they will tattoo these dudes on their body, okay, and they worship these dudes, okay, and these women as well. You know, you have Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. You know, people have tattoos of these people actually upon their body. All right, so they're idols. They worship these people. They idolize them. They want to be like them. They dress like them. You know, these people create trends and these people follow the trends. So that's how we know, you know, a large majority of these influential Jake, you know, that are famous and that have a name in this world, they're going to be used to push this MOTB system and are already being used to push this MOTB system.
If Ricky performs at the concert, the fans will do whatever the lyrics say.
Security! We have intruders!
Look, Ricky, after this.
Which means that tonight you won't mind when I jam all the radio, TV, and internet signals around the globe. Nor will it bother you when I take control of the world with my newly hypnotized slaves, because you will be two of them. Enjoy your last moments of free will.
So he said, enjoy your last moments of free will. So let's get into a few scriptures and then we'll close out. But, you know, as you saw it, you know, that's what Esau, you know, has been doing. He's been putting his agenda, you know, all of his intents and his thoughts of his wicked mind, you know, into these TV programs, into cartoons, into, you know, adverts, movies, so on and so forth. And that's how Esau Edom gets down. Now, this is Psalm 64. And we'll start from verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, now who's the secret counsel of the wicked? All right, that's the Illuminati. All right, beginning with the Rothschilds, all right, on the left-hand side, you know, the other elite, you know, banking authorities, you know, that you have, you know, they are the ones that truly, you know, rule the world in secrecy. Okay, so it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right, now the perfect is representation of the Israelites, man. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are naturally, you know, the perfect. We represent the right-hand side. Okay, now you have, you know, a large portion of our people in these latter days that are not in their correct form. And even us, you know, we're going to be changed. Lord willing, we'll be able to elect, you know, we get beamed up. We're going to be given new bodies. But as a default, you know, we represent the right-hand side. All right. Even those of us that are not in our right minds right now, you know, our destiny is to represent the right-hand side, to be the perfect, to be the righteous. OK, now it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Now it says in secret, man, because Esau Edom is always laying snares for our people. Okay, he's contaminating your food. All right, he's feeding you with advertisements and, you know, a way of life that is detrimental and death, you know, onto your spirit and onto your body, man. You know, corrupting your mind. Okay, that's how Esau destroys you. All right, he does it through, you know, his media. He does it through promoting, you know, gangster rap. You know, rap that's going to be, you know, promoting death and promoting killing, you know, other Jakes and promoting the selling of drugs. That's how Esau Edom gets down. Okay, and you have the simple-minded of the nation of our people that follow and adhere to whatever Esau pushes, because they don't have a spiritual mind, you know, to decipher between good and evil. All right, and that's why it says in John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. All right, so you have a lot of our people that have submitted to the lust of Esau Edom, and that's why the scriptures also say the righteous, all right, is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. All right, so we've been seduced, all right, by the ways of Esau Edom. Okay, so it says here that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune laying snares privily. That they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So you have to really consider, you know, for Esau to be putting these things in the media, you know, subliminal message in adverts. You know, if you analyze a lot of Disney cartoons, you know, the films from, especially, you know, from back in the day, they had a whole load of subliminal messages in Disney films, man. Okay, you know, showing, you know, subliminal message regarding sex. You see a naked woman, you know, for like 0.1 seconds, and then it will come off the screen. They're doing all of that, and they're still doing it to this very day, because those subliminal messages, they get picked up, you know, by your subconscious, and they remain there. So you might have an urge for something and you don't even know why that urge is there, but it's because it's been subliminally put into your mind by the wicked. Okay, so they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, meaning their mind is deep. All right, their mind is deep. They really plot and they think through, you know, what they're doing and how they can affect people emotionally. They think about these things, man. Okay, now the point's coming. It says, but the Most High shall shoot them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And this is a perfect example of their own tongue falling upon themselves. All right, the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has put it in them to have their own tongue constantly always falling upon themselves, man. Okay, and it's for, you know, it's for the ones that enlightened, you know, to pick up and sift this, you know, through the scriptures of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, now let's get one more scriptures and we'll close out just to complement the Psalm 64. It says Job 15 and verse 6. It says, thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee. All right, so the Esau's own lips, the own lips of the elites are testifying against them. Okay, and that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Wakar Kodash. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and until the next one, I'll say Shalom.